Are you ready to play Genshin Impact with your new VPN? These are like two animators that I just like. I'm subscribed to, and they just do the same thing, and everyone is doing the same thing. YouTube is full of shit at this point, where you can't skip ads because there's also sponsored segments, so to speak. So gotta skip that as well. You gotta pull out your guns, my friends. Even though I have YouTube Premium, I don't get YouTube Premium experience. Fuck that shit. What is that supposed to mean? You know, like... YouTube fighting against ad blockers is pretty cringe. Because we're not going to talk about this. We're going to talk about scams and bad technology. Just terrible technology. And that, again, people just are terrible at designing it. But they're very good at sucking each other in. You know, being the suckers of this sort of material. Because I personally, again, I have nothing better to do. I'll just sit here, everyone hates me. You know, everyone has pressed the button. So the only thing I can do is consume some material and provide some material myself. Upload something. However, this video is so close to YouTube Rewind, you know it's a trap. You know it's an emotional distress of some kind. YouTube Rewind is safe. I'm glad about that. But I will never, like, feel safe when my only interaction with a human being was a delivery driver asking me something. This will shock you, my friends. But yeah, so we have like 3 inspirations for this video. Mainly, I just wanted to talk about the suicidal part, where the world started changing for me and I had to leave the foreign place that I thought I was able to like survive in, and it wasn't that bad. But you know, I'm forced to work and pay rent. And all of a sudden it's already slavery, basically. And so I escape, go home, and I'm like, wow, I escaped slavery, it seems like. It's a whole fucking trap, another scam. Just built. And it seems like a scam if you do it properly, of like, grab a bunch of money, come back home, and slowly burn that money. If you get all the right advice of like where to go, what to do, who to socialize with, of course you're gonna live a wonderful life. Except people don't fucking like giving advice. Which is weird, because normally it's a win-win. You give me a good advice, I probably give you a good advice back, or just some kind of reward in general. So no one wants to talk to each other, by the way. No one even wants to approach each other because they have nothing to sell or to offer. So now you have enough context to understand why delivery driver talking to me is going to be pretty cringe, because he was not delivering anything to me. He was still a stranger, not obligated to talk to me in any way. Just driving by in the street he was driving, he was searching for a, you know, particular place, a home. He was supposed to deliver his goods at. And I was just happened to walk by, and it was already a pretty big distance, but he just kind of yelled at me. I'm like, do you know where that place is? He yells a number at me, and I'm like, I don't even know what street you're on, my friend, bro. I literally don't know. But obviously you just try to cut the fucking tether and just walk away. So, you know, I don't know, you know. But like realizing how cringe that is, that this is like technically the only interaction with a human being that I have the entire year. That's all I have received in real world, just walking around that the entire year, bro. That's someone trying to talk to me kind of directly. Pretty crazy, right? The social thing that I have given to a person was I found by accident my favorite teacher, and I approached her and I said, hi, I exist. You know, isn't that cool? And she said, oh, I wouldn't have like noticed you and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I get it. Everyone's hiding under rocks right now. They don't recognize nobody, but it's fine. I understand. Also, people grow up and like camouflage themselves slightly, or people have expectations. Whatever, right? So I delivered 10 times bigger social experience than the rest of the fucking town around me was able to deliver me. That doesn't seem fucking fair. It just seems like I'm just better than all of them combined. Because, the internet conversations with my classmates don't really count, especially when they just took the opportunity to run away from me the moment I opened my mouth. All of them just kind of scattered. And it's, slowly we should be talking about terrible technology. Bad technology, just bad design. Of where you press a button and you can just forget about the person. Because in real life, you do not forget about a person. You remain bitter and annoyed that that person exists, and he gave you bad memories and stuff. It's your fault, by the way. You are responsible for how you feel about other people. But I can't help it. I can't help feel really bad about other people. When I have an open mind, I have open borders, and they're the assholes, building walls against me. Which is so easy to do. You just press one button, and then you ask, you start asking, like, and release this video. Yeah, Eric Debate. I don't know, bro.
Why are its creations so pitifully imperfect? Why would a sane God create psychopaths, sociopaths?
Well, first of all, God just likes creating life. All right, let's just stick with that. And it's already cool enough that you exist. It's cool enough, right? And most of the time, you're not gonna have a pitiful experience on Earth. Meaning that odds are you actually can manifest a pretty good experience for yourself as long as you follow certain rules and figure out how to live a better and better life each time, as long as you keep learning. Because there's a steep curve of just tumbling down and losing everything. You're born with like two parents, which you have to respect and be able to, pick up where they left off. And if you're the only fucking child, you'll get a lot of burden trying to pick up your parents' stuff. But at least you can still handle it without much pressure of maybe your sibling would also fucking sit back, relax, and fucking do nothing. How do you deal with that shit? It's weird. I don't know. I don't have sibling. Maybe that's a wonderful news. But all of a sudden, it's just like life makes too much sense to me. And these questions that Eric Debate can ask, and some people treat Earth as a prison. Yeah, that's just heaven and hell, my friends. If you stop learning, if you stop keeping up, and especially if you can't keep up with your parents, you haven't actually respected them enough to learn what they have to offer, basically. Now, it still kind of hurts me, still, because my parents kind of suck, and they now live miserable lives. So, technically, if someone is living a miserable life, there's not much to learn. Anytime they do a miraculous thing and get up off their ass, or say something to you, like right now, I'm blocked by my dad. And I technically asked for it. I gave him suggestion over and over again of like, if you really don't like talking to me, you can block me, you know, which is absolutely a horrible idea. You know, the best idea is just like stop talking to me, stop defending yourself, and then, you know, I win and I sit back and I do something else because now it's boring to talk to nobody. But usually for me, it's never boring. You know, if a person doesn't want to talk to me, I will still be very offended. See, technically I have tremendous amount of greed because I have tremendous amount of pain to, you know, fix, to turn around. I'm still waiting and still trying to figure out. Technically in a parallel way, right? One side of me is trying to learn, be curious, and explore the concept of this antisocial behavior that only gives me fucking a nugget of experience, you know, randomly. Like, 'cause there's nothing to work with. If there's nothing to work with, don't expect me to be social or pick up, you know, social skills. There's nothing to work with. I will not become better, and the world is just freezing that way. So that kind of sucks, bro. And YouTube turning into a garbage pile of shit, feeding you ads by force. You know, I mean, it's kind of cringe. Yes, you gotta pay, you gotta stir up drama. I understand. But if a crisis happens, then cut off the part that, you know, is malfunctioning. Like all the creators. Start a fucking riot. I don't know, bro. Because you don't have any competitors. I mean, crazy, right? That means you can just start from scratch, where we all start with $0 and you figure out a different monetization system because fuck it. You know, this one clearly doesn't work if someone wants to become a predator all of a sudden. They don't got enough money for this shit. Which leads me to a different point, that scams are everywhere, but let's not forget the fact that you lose reputation permanently in some people's eyes. And usually what is actually going on, just like with women, like what is a red flag? Red flag usually is something you fear for. And it's not meant to be necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's just something you don't like. Because unfortunately, like, most of the people are scammers and they don't like resistance. They like getting things done their way, you know. Would a scammer say that they like the 99% of people who slip away? Of course not. It's a red flag to them. It's a red flag if there's a fucking muscular, smart person who can break their bullshit down instantly and imprison them. That's a red flag to them. So red flags mean nothing. All right? Pretending that you don't like a person for certain reasons, but you don't want to express those reasons to nobody. You just want to suffocate that person or making them not exist. Just press that button that, you know, permanently blocks them from something. So that's what was happening in the foreign place. In UK, I'm like, oh, I receive a button here and here from workplaces. You know, the way we socialize is the way we fucking also kill off other people. Kill off their ability to, you know, do the right thing and build reputation. Like, how do you not build reputation by just working? How are you not appreciated as a worker? How is Amazon capable of replacing 100% of the workers and still continues to function just fine? How is this possible? Right? It's clearly not a permanent solution. And it's kind of cool that everyone gets to do the Amazon experience. I understand that part. There's always a double edge to everything, double-sided nonsense. So in a way, it sort of like works up to this point until we should be frustrated because, you know, terrible work conditions and disrespect and not establishing reputation properly is disgusting. But we always gonna get like the bad design, you know, the shitty version, the first version, and technically sometimes it sticks around for way too long. So there's, you know, anti-hatred and anti all sorts of nonsense movements starting through gaming, you know. But again, like this, the YouTube thing of blocking ad blockers is an anti, you know, anti-circumvention type of attack. Oh, you can't go around, you have to go this way. They just decided that. I had a workplace where you have to go all the way around for no fucking reason. It's just they prefer it that way for some reason. I don't know. They want me to walk a little bit longer distance. I mean, I'm gonna be fucking standing the whole time anyways. Like, I don't understand. Why do I have to circumvent the entire facility, bro? Why can't it just be nice? And if you can't be nice, well, there's no comfort anymore. It's just suspicion and weirdness all of a sudden. But, you know, cool things happen when you try to resist. Like, you get that actual interview with the boss. You know, I started doing some very weird things before I had to leave UK because I lost every single job around, you know, and I'm talking about just jumping into a factory job. For me, I'm like, I want low effort. I don't want people to mess with my brain and give me burden, basically. So I'm like, I'm not gonna look for a job. It's too much for me. Like, I know it's fucking stupid, but if my dad knocks on my door and says, well, there's jobs, I mean, fuck it, let's believe you survived. You know, I have to respect that. If someone I know says something cool, I have to just follow up with that shit. So went to UK and slowly lost all the jobs, and some of them were absolute garbage. And some of them were cool, but still turned out to be just very fragile experience that can just slip away with just a broken phone or something. You click a wrong button, you stop receiving messages, and it's like, oh, you're fired, actually. Fuck that guy. You know, we can't, you know, call to that guy. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, if you can't call someone, if you can get a response from someone, well, fuck, that person disappeared. Anything could be the case. You know, you can't just fire a person who disappears. You gotta let them restore their reputation. Because, you know, they should have some reputation for already working for you. And disappearing is just like a very normal thing, you know, for a human being to do. And if they fucking open their mouth and explain themselves, that's pretty cool. I try to do that. They didn't fucking listen at all. I should have just went, fucking destroyed everything, kicked that fucking person in the face, and be done with this shit. You know. And spiritually, I can still do that because I have the memory and experience. And if it happens spiritually, it happens a little bit, you know. 1% of it happens in real life, you know. Maybe an abortion happens. You know, there's some kind of brain damage, like we're all connected. And something happens every single time. At least to satisfy you, to give you the feeling of like, oh, yeah, you should have fucking kicked someone in the balls. Except there's police, you know, there's guards. And you will never be able to come back to that place. No, You never come back to that place is just by default. Don't worry about it. That's why I am able to kick them in the balls and destroy their property instantly when they fucking offend me that much. Of like, oh, I don't care about evidence. Fuck that shit, you know? Fuck you trying to explain yourself. Holy fuck, bro. It's the easiest thing. You just cycle through workers. You treat workers like trash. But don't wake up one day and ask yourself why my life sucks all of a sudden, why people hate me back. You know, businesses are too big to fail. They have established themselves. It's a respectable position to be in, to offer jobs. But one day they're going to wake up and it's like, oh, we can't offer jobs anymore. They're not scarce anymore. You know, that can happen very easily. You know, technology should be solving that problem right now. They should. But they have a hard time solving that because technology wants to actually do things on its own. You know, it wants to be self-sufficient somehow, which is building that sort of technology. I don't understand that very much. Like, people can actually be helpful. No, they can't. No one sent me a notification of like, hey, do you want to do CAPTCHAs? Oh, a lot of people actually do it for free for us. So, yeah, that sucks. But I'm like, you haven't even notified. Just send me a notification of how stupid people are and do things for free for you. Oh, I got that notification from TikTok. TikTok is basically just accumulation of notifications and information that people desperately want to fucking tell people, but there's no outlet to do it but TikTok, bro. So it's a world of notifications of all the wonderful things that you would never be able to actually experience unless you open the app. You know, it's magnificent how stupid the world is when an app looks like heaven and the rest of the world looks like fucking goblin world, bro. World of zombies and fucking goblins and NPCs. And you're just wondering, how is that so fucking different, bro? Holy shit. Obviously, if you start following a creator on TikTok, you start realizing, a person is like barely functional human being. Just barely functional human being, and they just emit one meme on TikTok. So you should not follow a single creator on TikTok. I would tell you this advice straight up. All right, maybe you can follow girls and it's still kind of cringe, but like you can do that because girls now know how to be positive in general until they turn into whores and it's still a bad experience, but you get the idea. There's a handful of people you can follow and trust because they like genuinely want to provide something to the platform, and they usually just do one meme because that's what you do. You turn into a meme. It's pretty fucking sad. And again, we have garbage technology that don't allow innovation even to take place. But, you know, we're sucked in on the internet and there's nothing to complain about because we all consent. I consent because I have nothing better to do. As I explained, there's nothing to work with for me. There's no work in general, and I don't need money, and I'm labeled as crazy, so get free money from the government. Easy. I guess I figured everything out. But it just like, it's hard to even keep up. And who knows what's going to happen next, you know, with, you know, the awesome event of renovation where, you know, like 51% decide to renovate, and all of a sudden you have to start scrambling for money, for the extra money to pay for this bullshit. All right. Hopefully it works out, but that's not the end of that because, you know, renovation means a lot of changes, a lot of noise, a lot of weird shit to deal with. That I just it's gonna be very difficult. Mhm. Uh, so I wouldn't consent to that if your house is functional, because all they have to do is just build new homes. So I literally can't trust anyone anywhere at all. It makes no sense to me. You know, most people's behavior make no fucking sense because they do 20% of what they actually have to do. They find a stupid solution and they go with it. And it often turns into a scam, or often turns into a greedy, self-interest moment. Like you look at most billionaires and you kind of hate them. But most people give self-esteem to Jeff Bezos and, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, bro. They get self-esteem still to function in society. They still get it. Even though, your rocket just fucking exploded and you haven't actually delivered anything, Elon, and you turned Twitter into a graveyard, which is actually a good thing because now it's more honest, but it's still like pretty fucking cringe, It's still a cringe move that everyone laughed at. But they laughed at that thing that was actually good, but everything else just kind of like sweep under the rug, like, don't look at that thing that Elon did, What a genius, though, right? Progressing society by wasting government money. It's just careful, guys. You paying for that with your taxes, and it's getting wasted, and space is not real yet. What did you get from space adventures, Mr. NPC? You got something from that? You really want to go to the moon? Oh, you're just going to send someone else to the moon? Yeah, they'll take the money, That's how it works. Anything that can be a scam is a scam. This is how you have to operate in the world, and your trust levels are going to go down to a healthy degree. Except for me, I literally can't trust anyone because I'm too smart. I'm like, everyone's a scam. Every single person is a scam at this point. This is the walking, talking scam. Because they don't walk they don't talk, unfortunately. None of, even that was a scam. I try to just scam you by making you imagine that people actually walk and talk. That's bullshit. They roam around and they, flab themselves into each other because they found a support system for their bullshit. I would love that too. I would love to have a person that would support my, ideas. But I lean on to the entirety of YouTube instead. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I would be grateful, again, you have to find win-win situations. You have to be able to win yourself and let the other person win. Usually it's through trading. I trade you information, I trade you advice, I trade you actual things that I have. This sort of thing has to be opened up properly. And I'm too tired to explore. I need that special notification to tell me of like, hey, just slowly reel me in. It's not going to take too long. But now if ads look like garbage that I can't decipher anymore, and I don't want to look at desperately, I'll pay you, YouTube. Please don't hurt me, YouTube. I'll pay you $10. I will take fucking 1,000 times back very soon. But I'll pay you $10. I'll get it back. Don't worry about it. It is a threat. It is a growing fucking nasty threat. Nasty itch that I have of like, no fucking $10, bro. I'll take it back, thank you very much. I'll provide to the platform, a riot. And obviously the platform is going to try to like, oh, let's shut down that riot. How? Because, there's the ant venom principle. You kill one ant, 2 ants appear, 4 ants. They just multiply. The more you kill, the more they fucking hate you, you know? Because they at least want to scrape off dead bodies back into their fucking nest. You know, at least give them that pleasure. But let's kill them all and start an ant war. Most people wouldn't be able to fucking fight ants. Alright? They can't fight rats. They can't fight ants or any other type of insect, basically. So be careful with that. You know, YouTube, you don't want infestation in your fucking property. Because, you know, ant venom is being restless, the dude. You know, he's like, oh my god, am I gonna have to unleash ant venom onto fucking Mojang for, you know, doing the hatred moderation tactic? They're gonna try and unleash that shit. And it's like, whose fault it is? Oh, but I really want more features, more technology. You see where it's going, right? You see why technology is garbage. People are desperate to build more technology on top of already pre-existing garbage technology. There's a reason why I don't play online. You know, I don't just walk into random fucking Minecraft servers. I probably wouldn't fucking enjoy that social experience. But people are antisocial, and the authorities are like very desperate to shut it down. You're just biting your own foot off because that's all people get, technically. You know, and it's already pretty clean if you just, you know, kick out people who are abusive and reduce their reputation. I'm like, well, fuck that guy. You gotta clean yourself up. You gotta come back later. Maybe you will learn your lesson, basically. We're gonna get the garbage version instead. And it's stacking around because we're already doing this to a garbage game that, you know, Minecraft never figures out its identity, its core identity. So you can't expect like good games to come out of it. And I got bored of it. All right, I transcended through that. Most people get stuck fucking playing League of Legends and other multiplayer games, fucking shooters. They get stuck. I'm not one of those guys. Okay, that would be so ridiculous if I was. I am stuck playing Hearthstone though. But, you know, it's all for the content's sake. It's all for finding things that are like actually interesting. Not like tricks of how you can throw a frag in the air. Not how to cheat the system. I don't want to be competitive. You know, the moment you are competitive is the moment you are boiling social order. You're disrupting social order of just like, if you play a game, you're obligated to have fun, not to screw up other people. That's not what you should be learning. You know, winning is losing if you never cared about winning. Like, why do you want to win so badly? You're that big of a fucking idiot? There's so many, you know, competitive people out there that I don't really see the real people behind them. I don't see it. It's all just competitive. It's just all about win rates. Because that's what the easiest thing to promote, the easiest thing to advertise. Oh, like, look, my deck has a big win rate. Yeah, it's a fucking crazy. Obviously, there's the meme guy, and there's the, you know, the actually normal guy that you still question because he's surrounded by fucking losers, basically. I get to explore an entire community. I get to explore the game itself with all its glory because I love card games. So, but that doesn't mean I like Hearthstone. It's not default. I don't like every card game. I just like card games as a concept. I made my own, and I will finish my project and release it. And it's already a wonderful experience that makes sense. That should just make sense. That should just just clearly slams as an experience that just provides so many choices, so many things to do. Already, just in a couple of months, I was able to stitch it together. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I wasn't imprisoned, if I didn't get like the bad experience. So yeah, Eric Dubay, like, you need the bads. You need to fight the bad constantly. And just asking questions is a very interesting twist that can happen of like, oh yes, you don't know, do you? You know, you don't know why people do this. People often like discover, again, freedom and they turn into demons very quickly. Why? Because it's the new thing. They might know how to have comfort, but this is what happens with like young adults. They still have parents, they still have, you know, support systems, but slowly those support systems are backing away. And the idiots of the world, they don't realize what's going on, so they just keep on doing the same thing. They think they're just gonna, you know, chill back and use the support systems, just drain that shit. You got to be very careful with that. You have to also provide to them. You have to fight for those support systems to stick around for as long as possible. That's what you have to do. You have to establish yourself, at least, you know, to figure out what the rest of your life is gonna look like, where you can lean on like for real and respect those kind of people. I don't see respect. I don't see ability to communicate with other people. I don't know when that's gonna occur on the internet, because I know internet is getting better and better at doing things, and it's all leaning onto technology. If we make better technology, we have the ability to, you know, communicate better. And potentially, you know, AI is definitely gonna find powerful ways to put the ramps down or create staircases to places that we have never really thought we could actually go to. Maybe talk to celebrities and find jobs and find a girlfriend for the first time in forever. You know, because I didn't do that shit yet. Because, you know, girls have a perfect little button called "shut the fuck up, asshole, next," you know. But the moment Ariana Grande fucking pressed "thank you, next," I felt like, oh, I'm the next one, actually. She pressed a completely different kind of button where, like, it's not "thank you, next, fucking loser, get the fuck out of my face." "Thank you, next" meant more like, who's the next person that I can care for? You know, I can look after and grow technically with my appreciation. Who's the next person gonna be? That's how it felt to me. That's just woke me up. I'm like, oh shit, bro. Celebrities actually kind of care right now. Like, if you look at the stars, stars are better than the shit on the ground. The people surrounding you. The people surrounding you, they're very close, but they're garbage in comparison. Which is ridiculous, right? Because, like, I want to just chill back and, like, look into your pictures. Like, you don't have to have privacy. There's no privacy. There's privacy for extreme pleasure. You do sex, you do drugs, whatever you do in your super ultra private world. You know, whatever you do or don't do for that extreme pleasure. But when you go into the outside world, you're not supposed to have privacy. You know, you can protect your pleasures and all that shit, but generally, you're not supposed to have like privacy and stuff that most people are actually simulating desperately, you know. And people who are not simulating that, I very appreciate them. Thank you very much. I understand some people are scared, you know, of allowing other people to do certain things, and the control freaks still. All right, you gotta allow that to happen. Unfortunately, otherwise you're just not social. You're not built very well. People who I type a fucking single comment and I get blocked. It's pretty fucking cringe. All right? It's pretty cringe. And then I just get scraped off the internet instantly as if I did something wrong. I should have not. Who knows, right? Who knows the rules of all these different people that you have to submit to, basically, and analyze tirelessly to not fucking step on a landmine? I'm not gonna do that. It's too much work. For me, the simple rule is don't fucking ruin my day. But it's very simple because I will warn you like 5 times. I'll warn you. I have patience. But it's all limited because now I understand comfort comes first. Over freedom, over allowing people to do whatever the fuck they want. That's not gonna happen. I will not allow you to do whatever you want. That's not how life works. It's a burden to me, you know, but most people just see themselves. They don't see that there's other people. They just see there's just things to do. So they can shit all over the place and just, you know, vomit all over the place. Start a riot and party. And just annoy everyone. Most people you see, there's things to do that they will not get in trouble for. And they just go with the flow, you know. Cool. Wonderful news. Thank you very much. At least don't get in trouble for screaming into a microphone out of a lot of anger. Technically, because they know if they fucking knock on my door, well, now they have a permanent enemy, you know, that's looking out for them. And I have stickers, my friends. I have sticky notes. So you will see me, you know, every now and then, doing something, providing you with some kind of information that you will have to sit with. And if you take off my sticky notes, there's more, you know, there's more sticky notes in different locations. They will start manifesting as well, just like ants do. You know, there's many ways to fight wars. If you declare war, we'll find a way, you know. I'll be very nice with that. I might start enjoying that. And you probably don't want that to happen. Because wars are not going to create social order out of just, what? You don't expect social order out of a war, do you? There's only a winner and a loser. And a person who knows how to fight a war is just strictly a winner because they're not fighting a war. They're just kicking your ass, you know, the whole way through. So, yeah. You know, as we get closer and closer to the Purge, I feel it. You know, I feel the wonderful escape from all this, you know, fire element that has been, you know, inflating the economy and all that shit. But guess what the consequence is? You will not protect your goodies. You know, there's some people discovering of like, there's so many items locked up and being protected all of a sudden. And it's like, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work wasted. You know, is it really that fucking valuable that it's worth locking up and screwing your business over? Yeah, I don't think so. I think your business couldn't fucking handle it properly. You know, couldn't handle the thieves, the desperate people. You know, couldn't figure out a proper solution. So instead you have to lock everything up. Very interesting. Because eventually people are going to start organizing and breaking your business into pieces. You know, if you're not solving the problem will accumulate and snowball and, you know, fall onto your fucking face. So a lot of businesses are now like in the territory where you know they're just gonna fucking be destroyed. You know, like the inflation can only last for so long. I can't wait to start hearing stories where things getting destroyed because it's just a normal prediction of what happens next. Now, how do we recover from that? There's always a recovery. There's always, you know, the opposite gender can fucking step in, and settle things down a little bit instead of turning into whores the moment there's a chance, to OnlyFan yourself. You gotta fucking pick up real skills. And women have to pick up real skills as well. They can project positivity, that's great, but someone has to receive it, in a positive way too. Someone has to receive it. You have to appreciate your fans that much. It's only for fans, guys. It's only for people who care. Well, some people will fail and some people will not fail. And it's not going to be because of you did a good job. You did a good projection of a good job that people just like gravitate towards because like, oh, look, here's a fancy woman. So that is terrifying to me of how basic the world is. And again, school is a prison, and prison is a school. These are interchangeable. If you build a very good prison, it's actually a much better school than most schools, because most schools are prisons because they try to like mind control you, vomit into your mind and ask you for things, and if you don't deliver those things, you get punished. That's not how things operate. You should be rewarded for doing good things, and you should be rewarded even more for doing better things. That's how normal things operate. So the only thing you can use school for is to rest, to fucking sleep, and then fucking get bad grades, and to just disrespect over and over again without getting into too much trouble. You have to respect school just enough to where you get the average grade and no one suspects a thing. I went through that experience. Now I feel pretty fucking lucky because it at least didn't give me brain damage for me trying to be good at something. I even like sort of aced the exam of my own language, my own native language exam, where like the teacher was like, but your average was like a 5 and your exam was like a 7, and it's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm a pretty good writer, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not excellent, but 7, that's where I'm at all the time. No one's gonna pull me down or pull me up, and I'm always active in terms of writing and analyzing and putting shit together. When I got the 7 out of exam, it just stayed there, my friends. It just stayed at that level. No one can fucking pull me down and convince me that I'm bad at something. So school gives you some experience. There's some things to respect. You respect your teachers because they put extra effort. If they don't put extra effort, then fuck them. Probably not literally. Probably. But, yeah. Yeah, most of the time, like, you're not supposed to run away from your fears. You have to analyze your fears. And seeing people run away from me is absolutely pathetic. They label me as a serial killer. They're just asking for it. They're running around aimlessly. And the moment they bump into me, they start running away from me. And I'm like, do I have to chase you with a knife to make things like look normal? Because you're running around scared doesn't look normal. But if I chase you with a knife, then at least we both look kind of like normal. Kind of, it's understandable. Like there's sanity behind the whole concept of you running away from a person with a knife. Like I understand that, but you just running around from insults and all that shit. Someone says an insult and you just gotta fucking go now. You gotta leave your home, hide your kids, hide your wife, bro. There's an insult somewhere floating around that you cannot, talk back to anymore. What happened? What happened? You can't talk back to insults, can you? What happened? I want to know. Who tortured you so much that you can't talk back? But this is what's happening, the corruption, the scams manifesting. you can't talk back because you're scared. You don't know what to say. I understand that. I'm not making fun of you. I understand. I don't want to talk back either. But I'm not an authority to be scared of. I'm not some mysterious challenger, bro, with a bunch of secrets up my ass. If, like, you do something terrible, those terrible things gonna be happening. I know where you live. I know where your workplace. You're gonna get fired. There's so many threats floating around and all that shit. And it's cool to see, Jack Sims get his ass kicked. A YouTuber kicking someone else's ass for, like, real. And it happens to be a woman too. So it's like, wow, Jack's Films. I'm glad you took it like a champ. Everyone needed to see that. And everyone needed to see you bend over a little bit. And change into a better person. Instantly. Like, you can't make this shit up, bro. That was the craziest moment in YouTube history. Maybe in human history in general. A woman kicking someone's ass so well that they become a positive influence on that platform. Holy fucking moly, bro. Teach you a lesson in just a few hours. Oh, I have a few hours to kick Jackson's ass. Snipe Wolf decided, It's unbelievable, bro. This vibe I have plastered all over YouTube Rewind because it's just too good not to make fun of it all the time in every single corner. It's ridiculous, bro. But people being assholes and building walls and, like, mistreating each other and giving me sponsored segments to chew on that I skip all the fucking time because I know it's just the most disgusting bullshit that you're gonna try and sell to me. You have no fucking ability to sell anything. You got nothing, bro. You got nothing. There's nothing you can sell me. And you have to fucking open your eyes. That slowly people are not gonna buy into your bullshit because money's kind of tight lately. So but I don't want to concede. I want to have sponsored segments though. Well, you kind of have to wake up one day and be like, you're not actually providing anything to society, so relax. And also, society doesn't want to play more games. At some point, people sell down, and I sell down with card games. Congratulations. I got a trophy now. Yep. Someone came into my room and gave me a trophy of, like, you like card games a lot. That's a pretty cool trophy. I'm gonna, keep it. Keep it that way. So yeah, like, even, like, not giving a person advice is a moral crime. And technically, the only thing I want to see on YouTube is, like, people being honest. And you can have your stupid fucking sponsored segments and people are actually gonna care if you give them advice. If you're desperate to give advice. I'm desperate to give advice to look like a good person, but I'm, like, a little bit too good without enough reputation. I have to destroy and chew on other people's, downfalls to be able to, start manifesting. In fact, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that juicy Mr. Beast downfall, and technically, I'm starting to respond and starting to exist in that particular manner where I'm like, I'm hunting the biggest, beast of the forest, I'm a fucking hunted down. Even though I'm not supposed to do that, I have nothing better to do, Even though it's ridiculously dangerous, not to me, because I don't care about that danger thing. I mean, like, I experienced plenty of that. It's dangerous to stay in silence and do nothing. It's just as dangerous, so I'll take the alternative. I'll hunt down the beast. I'll leech of his downfall. Because it's technically happening. People don't realize the shit that happens in front of them. Just like they haven't realized how Sniper Wolf kicked Jack's Film's ass. Miraculously. They don't realize what is the Mr. Beast downfall why is it happening already, by the way, and how it looks like. They don't realize, they just don't see the imagery. They don't understand the spiritual concept of like someone sitting in a casket for 7 days is probably not a good experience for them, but they want to subject themselves into that experience because it's a manifestation of how they feel, of what they want the world to see. You must understand, this is not a normal person, but that not normal person can tell you exactly how everything works around them. And those fluffy little creatures of Justin Timberlake and Miranda Cosgrove just showing up in his videos, or like Pete Davidson just showing up innocently in his videos. These are not like people that you can toy with. You can't just toy with celebrities. They will also throw a bunch of fucking information your way, which is gonna start to accumulate. Like the story of Mr. Beast, I mean, it's at the fucking pivot point. Like, I know there's so many things have already accumulated. There's already a story of how he's experiencing a downfall, how he has experienced everything he wanted to experience, because you're gonna run out of ideas very soon. Until your ideas start consuming you, basically. Start getting out of control. Start making zero sense because, well, they're even bigger than before, and they were bad in a small form either. So a lot of people flip the script and they dial up things that don't work, but they sort of work, They're halfway there. But things can collapse. If they just 50% work and you keep growing that fucking thing, if you're making decisions because 51% decided the decision has to be made, that's not voting, that is a conflict. A voting system is where 70% people decide on something. Almost everyone is convinced that they have to go with that certain type of decision. I understand that. That's a voting system. But 50 versus 50, where 50% are going to suffer and going to be bitter and going to attack Donald Trump over and over it again, relentlessly, as if they're fucking being tortured to death. That's what we have experienced already. And it's like, now it's just super calm when we have a fucking dead skeleton. As actually, we don't have. I don't even care about Lithuanian, my own country, president. They're all dead skeletons to me. I don't care. There's no social construct of any kind. No one approaches me and tells me anything of like, oh, your shoe's untied. Thank you, bro. Oh my God. You know how to say those words. We should give you a trophy. And you know how to approach a person. My goodness. I'll be your best friend forever now. This is how desperate I am. Deprived. Or just human contact. As if I'm living on the moon. How did I teleport? What happened? Elon Musk, I just found the moon by my pure willpower. Holy shit, man. People need to know about this. We need to start building rockets to the moon. You just get insane. Because you tell a story that makes a completely different sense than what people tell themselves. You want to appeal to so many people, but you kind of live in a crazy story where you have to fight evil all the time and learn things all the time. And I happen to, do that pretty well because, I want to like relax because there's so much pressure on me in general. I don't relax because there's nothing to do, because I'm just going to lay in my bed 24/7, depressed, and with other mental illnesses that people provide to me. I'll just take it all in, bro. I'll gobble it up. You have mental illness? Give it to me. No, I'm a person who says, shut the fuck up, dude. You can fix that. And the first fix is denial. Just deny access to your brain. Your brain has been damaged because you accepted a lot of stupid bullshit. So, we walked around, and then we see the whole fucking landscape. We see the next year. I'm very excited about 2024 because there's lots of things to do, and I want to do it my way. I just want to chill back and just do whatever is the most fun activity to do. I don't see people having fun anymore, which is technically why it's fun to just be ridiculously serious. Even in this video, I just appear like very angry and upset. But I'm like, I have beaten the system. I have been more social than the rest of my town. That's a trophy right there. You know, I keep my mom alive. That's a trophy right there. She gives me a support system. She doesn't fucking listen to me. She doesn't fucking give a fuck about me. Maybe she will listen to other people. Maybe she's just tired of me in general. I have to, you know, suspect that there's some blame that I can take, you know. There's something I can work with. But this is what you do. You have to open yourself up and take the blame. Now, maybe my dad just read me properly, and he knew that he needs to live a blocking his child experience. You know, he had to block me just to get the experience of like what it's like to block someone. How does that feel like on the other end? He's gonna have to live that hell. Unfortunately, he blocked me, so he's probably not gonna unblock me and try to communicate with me, because that didn't work out very well. So maybe he will learn something. I don't know. He turned into a meme very soon after. Just 1 year later, he turned into an internet meme. So I'm like, things are working out for him. He's already famous in my country. You know, fuck yeah. So it's probably a bad thing though. So we'll see. Because every domino fall matters. Everything you do matters. Everything is interconnected. So not only I take the blame, I take the blame for good things as well. Anything weird that happens, I take the blame for it. If I understand something, I take the blame because I'll act in that position. You know, I'll carry over. If something falls down, I'll fill in the blanks, you know. I'll try my best. If someone asks for help, I will try to communicate. If someone wants to do therapy, if someone looks down into their comment section, looking for hope, looking for humanity, I'll show up, hopefully, you know. Hopefully we'll find a way to help that person. Even Eric DeBay, like, sort of asking for it, sort of asking it to get his ass kicked, but, you know, I feel he also has plenty of, you know, hope in humanity, and he doesn't, like, want to watch my content, so he's not screaming for help loud enough for me to care. Still, people have just enough arrogance, just enough ego for me not to care, which is actually kind of good, because the moment you're forced to care, it's even more burdens. The moment you have to like give advice, it's a pretty big burden, because a lot of people are going to try and take those things for free. A lot of people are going to loot during the purge. During the purge, you have to solve problems your way. You have to learn. During the purge, it's a huge learning process where crime is legal, but you will still get arrested when you try and go to sleep. You're trying to go to sleep, you're trying to like, you know, close your eyes and get yourself comfortable, you know, wiggle yourself into your bed sheets. But you realize you probably did something wrong that doesn't sit straight, and all of a sudden the horror is rising, you know. The ghosts are accumulating around you, and you feel uncomfortable, and you're like, I can't sleep. It's insomnia right now. What's going on? Well, you didn't do the right things, didn't you? The last thing you can do is at least fight those ghosts. You know, fucking start a boxing match with the ghosts that you have. This is the best thing you can do right now. But you clearly fucking failed. Your day has been ruined, and you're to blame because you're trying to sleep and you can't fucking sleep, you know. And I hear that story as well. And shit's getting, you know, into that direction where we're gonna experience the purge. How does that work? How does legalizing crime work? You know, the only thing that makes crime illegal is police system. And if police is too tired to fucking act against the criminals, well, we have to rise up and defend ourselves. But there's a lot of scammers too that we have to just, you know, wash away at the same time while we're dealing with criminals. Make a little bit of an accident here and there of like, oh, your store just got, you know, opened up, cracked open. Oh, we're just gonna loot it, you know, fuck it. You know, it's like we test things here and there while we fighting crime at the same time. Because the moment we find a scammer, like, you're toast, bro. You're toast. Everything you accumulated, all the scams that you have done, we're gonna take it and shred it for ourselves. We're gonna do the socialism, you know, the brutal socialism of smart people knowing what to do. Because there's still gonna be a lot of fucking idiots roaming around and chanting freedom, and they don't understand. Like, technically, as we progress right now, there more and more people get activated. So right now, we started with governments getting activated because coronavirus, this mysterious, invisible force taking over the world, you know, where you have to, you know, force people to wear masks and get injections, both of which are pretty fucking brutal to just existence in general, you know. And all of a sudden, by saying that, I can get, you know, removed from the platform. Oh no! No, YouTube! Why did you turn into a government so easily? You know, I don't want to propagate the idea, so please don't blame me for saying what I feel. You know, normally YouTube is just trying to scrape off the bad thumbnails and the bad breath people, you know, the propagate with flags on their foreheads. But so I slipped away with the corona thing, criticizing the pandemic that's invisible still, and you should be criticizing something that's very invisible, and you don't know what's getting injected into you, and you don't know, and you feel like masks are uncomfortable. This is a good place to start, and technically it just tells the whole story of like governments getting scared of something and giving you uncomfortable treatment. There's no treatment in the world that is uncomfortable. Scams are uncomfortable. You know, an apple a day keeps the doctors away because apple is food and medication is not food, but you still are obligated to put it in your mouth for some reason, even though it's not food and it tastes like garbage. You know, the only thing that I want to put in my mouth is food. So what the fuck is that fucking tablet thing that you just invented out of thin air? You can actually put Lego bricks into your mouth. Oh my god, bro! It's a fucking scientific breakthrough. What can I put into my mouth right now? Let's look around the room. There's so many non-food items I can put in my mouth. It's a scientific breakthrough. This is the coronavirus in a nutshell, basically. Science just going next level of bullshit that it already exists in. It already, you know, treats crazy people with crazy ways. It's like, I love crazy people. I get to, you know, benefit from crazy people. Science says all the time. So now we just like, let's create a pandemic that everyone has to react to. And they will die out of fear. You know, the actual reason why people die is out of fear, out of breath. Their breath is just taken away because of like, holy shit, the world just changed in 1 year. In a few months it changed. Out of nowhere, the entire world, there's no escape. That's why people died. Out of fear. And it's a lot of fear because now you're obligated to wear a mask, and if you don't wear a mask, you will die out of fear from other people projecting social pressure onto you. And now you die from inflation because, oh my God, we have to save the environment. We have to save the migrants. We have to save fucking unicorns. I don't know. We have to save everyone. Also, I'm living in a fucking mansion on an island, and I have to like burn everyone too. So you guys have to leave. You know, I'm feeling very uncomfortable. There's other people in my island. Fuck that shit. Let's burn that. Also, please buy my bitcoins and NFTs. You know, the good stuff that's not gonna go down when everything burns. That kind of sucks. It did went down, and it turned into just a pile of scams tangled with each other. Oh, but I thought digital money was supposed to be like the future, but you can't trust digital anything. You can't trust it, unfortunately. You technically can trust the government if the government doesn't want to fucking kill you. You can trust the government, but trusting businesses, bro. I mean, but businesses just want to help people. Yeah, the last time I checked, wages didn't went up when prices went up. But businesses are struggling and they're providing like very important things. Yeah, the only important thing that businesses can provide is competition to themselves. That's a pretty good thing to provide to society. Jobs, you know, more jobs, and even more jobs after that. Just competition. I want to sit next to a shop and be selling something, you know, or reselling something, or just putting my reputation on the line and try to sell something. That's it. Just stand next to a shop for like an hour and try and sell something just to get the social experience. I have to fucking file application into degradation, bro. See what happened with businesses, and it's, you know, fully exposed. Businesses are on a pedestal being praised as convenient stores, but they're not convenient. They're just a black hole. Not, it's Black Friday the whole year around. You know, we always get good deals for a bad price. You know, we always are giving good feelings when nobody cares. And now we're gonna transition into a purge where now we do care. Actually, we actually stop. We gotta stop this bullshit. But if we do it in the wrong way, and the world is challenging, I can't believe that, you know, nothing ever stops. It's always challenging. You always have to work on yourself. And I have to always make these videos when I feel just a cluster of nonsense going on. And I still haven't gotten the feeling of like I kicked businesses in the ass. Is there going to be a special ending? Will I only figure out 2 years afterwards of how this whole story is linked together? Probably. You know, I want a satisfying conclusion, so probably the story is not going to end because it's still ongoing. The Purge is going to tell what we have left behind and how businesses actually operate when the problem is behind money, and how universal basic income is not going to save anyone's ass. All right, just giving free money to the people isn't going to save anything, solve anything. It's just going to establish expectations or delusional expectations of how the world works. Because you have to sort of like have a job, be active and productive. You still have to. Most things not going to deliver themselves. Most things not going to move around by themselves. You can't just sit back and watch your TikToks every single day, every hour of your day. Or maybe you'll make one TikTok a month on average. That's pretty cool. Maybe you're going to get even hooked to make one TikTok a week. That's crazy, bro. I know I won't, because I'm aware. I'm at least aware how things work. to some extent. Because all you have to do is appreciate, all you have to do is not give in to extreme pleasures and allow those things to sort of leak out sometimes, here and there, to make you a little bit creepy, but it's like, I'm leaking out my privacy. I have to sacrifice my privacy for, you know, the hot babe of the day that can ruin my video. Very nice. Like, any random picture can just show up. And it might not be a good one. But it's probably not going to ruin my video. I still probably going to be able to release it. So I clicked the button. Now, the suicidal part is pretty complicated. But this is what I got from it. Is that you're not supposed to fight for your life. You're supposed to appreciate life and, you know, do the right thing as often as possible. As often as you can muster yourself to do. But if the world is killing you and suffocating you, it's like, well, you're just gonna fall back and take it, you know. And usually what actually happens is the world is shutting down, but you actually get to experience a whole nother realm of possibilities. See, the first time I had to like let go, and almost like the world has been waiting for me to let go, just to know how it feels to go insane, basically. Because I was always operating like very strict terms of like I have to be as productive, as moral as possible. Like I had the principles straight. Because I don't want to suffer. Like I want to succeed as a human being, just be comfortable with my life. But eventually, you know, even I got a taste of defeat, and I had to fall back and just kind of go insane. Started hearing voices in my head. Everything accumulated because, like, I just was feeling suicidal. I was feeling on the edge. And I wasn't even consuming anything. There's no drugs on the table. It's just literally me going insane. But it's not just me. It's like the entirety of the world around me was just vibing with the same idea. It just, everything felt like it was collapsing. And it's that easy. You just change your perspective and all of a sudden the world changes. And it keeps changing if your perspective keeps getting worse and worse. You know, some people next to you will try and keep the world together. But, you know, wolves can smell from a very high distance away if you are in a stress mode. They will come greet you. They will come send you gifts, you know, for falling down in the wrong place. Someone's gonna guard the forest of losers and stuff. Of like, and will offer you to, maybe you want to run, you know, maybe you want to leave. I think there is a way to run away from a bear, but you can't just try to run away. You have to show that you want to run away, but you also want to resist the bear. So the bears usually don't actually charge at people, but now it's kind of like a toyish behavior. And I feel that the information is spreading around and bears are not going to just, you know, eat up our strategy of just like backing away slowly. So that's a kind of silly strategy. That's something to toy with, and they know like humans are not interesting type of food. They're kind of dangerous. But you can toy with humans and nothing's gonna happen. So that's pretty cool. You know, so animals around us will keep on learning just as fast as we do. The nature doesn't fuck around when it comes to like giving the most disgusting concepts you can imagine. Just throwing that in there. So, but you just simply have to be smart enough to understand how exactly you have to do things. Because not always your strategy is gonna work. You have to know You have to keep improving based on what the problems surrounding you actually are. So next year, I will have to continue improving myself as a human being, not as a person on the internet, and report on how things are going. I have to, expand my awareness of, I have skills now. I have ability to project pretty cool things and build pretty cool things based on YouTube rewinds that you probably already saw, which is cool. And I'll keep improving that. I'm not sure what's going to happen next year. I'm not sure what's going to happen in December when I relax from all of this shit. When the job is well done already. But yeah, I just know to build more principles, to appreciate that I'm spiritually aware. When was the breaking point of spiritual awareness? Like, it's crazy, right? You have to go insane to become spiritually aware. But that's crazy to think about. You have to go insane. You have to break down most of your beliefs and start believing in just supernatural forces around you. And then you start like analyzing and it's like, whoa. If that's the case, then a lot of things matter more than I expected. I can still sit in my room and be in a panic mode of like, holy shit. Everything I do matters more than I expected. Everything I fucking type with my keyboard matters. Everything I say out loud matters. Every feeling I have, it just accumulates and matters all over the place. It's crazy. And just, you get to be prepared for the good things to happen. You fight against the bad things. You try to neutralize your life sometimes so you can relax. And all sorts of like things to do and analyze and understand and uncover and just like in for the ride of like whatever happens, because so far bad things haven't happened to me, and I don't know what the fuck Eric DeBay keeps on pushing around, because like if you're living a decent life, you have to just try to avoid projection of evil in general. But why there's predators, guys? Well, predators don't fucking live wonderful and amazing lives. They're just there. They exist. They might be suicidal too and not want to fucking chase animals, but for some reason they want to do that. That's a pretty good approach to respect the fucking predator, bro. Because that thing is just a normal thing. Someone called me a predator, and I get the chance to call someone else a predator. That's a pretty cool thing, too. Trickle down the insults. Make people uncomfortable. But I did it a much better way. I was called a predator for dissing women with my post. But I called someone a predator for literally approaching my private space and expecting freedom in that private space. Find it somewhere else, because I don't like you. If I liked you, you'd take all the freedom you can get, bro. Oh, again, it's a twist in words you can get. Because I'm not going to give you freedom. It's just something you fight for. You explore. You accumulate over time by sitting around and doing different things. Freedom is all up to you. But yeah, fighting for your life should sound pretty fucking terrible, and a lot of people are fighting for their lives to make their lives better. They're still fighting. You're not going to win any fights. You're just going to get damaged. You're going to get brain damage, and everything will collapse eventually anyways in your life, because your brain damage can't maintain what you already have accumulated. Some people have to just press the stop button instead of blocking people and pretending that disrespect or any sort of like bullshit, antisocial bullshit is sustainable. It's not. So your little segments of please give me money are, accumulating. And people are growing up. And they might not like you the same way that they did before. A king can behead a person, and it's a 99% chance that that beheaded person is not going to come back to life. But it's still a risk. Maybe he has children. Maybe someone cares about that beheaded person. Even Skyrim, it gives you constant storylines of dragons and, again, people being beheaded. And it's like, well, there's a storyline of some kind. People can sit and watch someone die. They can do that without emotions. They can do that for a very specific reason. They're not psychopaths. They're not sociopaths. They can do that because they know they will take revenge. One day, the tides will turn. They will take revenge. And the king might be beheaded if he's the one at fault, if he's the only one making up reasons out of his ass. The revenge will be taken. We just need to know who's to blame. The moment someone is beheaded, if you feel something for that person that you just lost, you'll take revenge. Life is pretty fucking simple when you understand the rules and that everything is sort of in the natural order. And that revenge will also just be just as sweet as losing someone was horrifying. So everything is just going to get neutralized, and you're going to get best of both worlds and probably fucking live in some heavens far, far away with everything you cared about, everything you accumulate in this world. Who knows? I just know I'm pretty happy with the nature of things. And I'm losing my voice and I have to finish this video. See you guys next time. Or next year, no. Next time. Because yeah, like this sort of bullshit just keeps accumulating and I have to spit it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Because there's a lot of the different things. There's a lot of things that make me uncomfortable. There's a lot of things to fight. Again, I'm at a very high altitude right now. Because prior to releasing YouTube Rewind, I have to keep on climbing and like caring for like 1,000 people. Technically, focus on 100, but still care for 1,000. Care for a lot of people. Spread my attention. Laser focus on these people. Bring their stories back. I mean, that's it's now like taming the kingdom all of a sudden. Settling down and building that shit. Because apparently the land of YouTube is still something where my mind wants to run away to and find peace. It's still a pleasant place. Inhabitable. So that's cool. As long as, you keep your real life intact, you can figure out your digital life as well. And there's a lot of cool people to interact with. So I'm not going to be desperate. I'm just going to be sitting around and waiting for better opportunities because things are still improving to some extent. So we have to fight against the garbage technology that's being rolled out. We have to delay it as much as possible. But shit that would be competitors to Minecraft and Hearthstone, they're not coming out. We have to start throwing eggs at these people. These are bad game developers. And this pattern can be recognized all over the place. Where things just get delayed, when the things that we like to have, even if in a broken form. We're just like, please update Skyrim already. I can't wait. Like actually update. Oh, you're gonna release Elder Scrolls 6? And I guess. But it's so hard to wait at some point. It's just like, it's mind-numbing to wait. Like, you want to participate in things, you want things to constantly improve, which is why I stuck with Hearthstone, even though I hate the game. It's fun to at least hate it. It's at least fun to hate it and steal shit from it. And the moment I release my card game, I don't know what happens, to be honest. Something weird can start happening. Because this shit's not free. It doesn't happen every day. Or some dude just releases a card game that sort of works. Because you just strip away functionality that's very difficult to put together, and the game starts working out of nowhere. When you strip away the complicated pieces of it. Because everyone should get the experience that they understand how the game works. They should get that feeling that they understand. So I'll be delivering that stuff. Like, I'm pretty fucking busy. And I will never, ever understand a person who's bored right now. When everyone is kind of like suffering and trying to connect with each other, but they know there's too many walls to walk over. And there's too many weird people that it's very difficult to connect to. But you just have to try with everyone. Get the vibe, get the overall vibe, and you'll be fine. But that's how things are done. You have to respond basically to everyone. If you want to have a reputation, you have to respond to everyone. That's the rule of YouTube, my friends. The hidden rule of social order. You have to respond to every single person. No matter who they are. As long as they are different, you know, if their identity is the same, it's probably because they copied and pasted some kind of code and let it run all over you. So you just block that shit. And hopefully the internet doesn't... internet figures out the reputation thing, because technically it matters. The actual reason why it matters, you try to like remove the scams. Try to remove the pursuit of innocent people with just repetitive bullshit. Absolutely. And hackers and scammers still gonna try and circumvent that and try to find garbage technology somewhere, an opportunity somewhere. But I'm slowly escaping that part of my life where I'm like upset about scams. You have to like settle down because there's so many scams, so much shit that doesn't actually work. So many clueless people trying to sell you things, and it doesn't work because they're not doing it properly. They also ask you for money, which is kind of fucking cringe in the first place. The best thing you can ask for is to like watch the whole video, subscribe, and check out the other videos that you care about. But you have to give the reasons why. You can't just be like, oh, in the end of the video, I'm just gonna show people what else they can watch. And it's like, that's not... You have to build stories. If you want to have reputation, if you want to respect, build stories. Make people care. That's all you have to do. And then you get all that money that YouTube has. Because still, YouTube wants to give money to people, which is the fucking weirdest thing that I can't explain, guys. I cannot explain that. They're probably doing human sacrifices behind the scenes, because I feel like a human sacrifice of YouTube. But at least I'm learning fast enough so I don't feel pain of being, taken advantage of, in a way. I feel experience and not pain. That's because, across the internet, like, it's impossible to get in trouble at the moment unless you literally type into Google how to get a virus that kills your computer. If you type that into Google, I mean, we're not friends anymore. All right? You might not have internet for very long. I don't know, bro. Anyways, yeah, and it's crazy. And all these billionaires doing crazy fucking things. Elon Musk just bought Twitter not just to make it into a graveyard, but he turned it into a graveyard because that's his playground. That's where he feels very comfortable, in the fucking graveyard of human feces, basically. Just shit all over the place, and it's like, oh, here's a billionaire that feels very comfortable sitting on that pile of shit. Just, you get to see such monstrosities come out, because the most extreme people are still pretty terrible people in general. But at least, you know, we gotta take it for what it is and just learn as fast as possible. That's what this channel is meant to do. You know, I'm tend to observe whatever I can, whatever seems to be valuable, and deliver the condensed version of that. You think 2-hour videos are crazy? Well, guess what? That's what it takes to condense all the information across the internet, bro. And I still want more. I will be relentless, and I'll become faster and faster at doing that shit. But don't expect my videos to get below 1 hour easily. You know, they're not gonna. I will need some fucking editing masterminds to condense that shit for me. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Anyways. Yeah, people have to help me. People have to give me a support system if they want to shrink my videos down. You can't just complain your way into success. I don't think that's how it works. You don't complain your way into success, do you? Because that would be fucking weird. That's what my mom is trying to do. You know, she's trying to complain instead of just getting up off your ass and at least stop eating so much. You know, but I'm fat now. It's like, yeah, that's what moms do. They just find that one positive thing and put it in their mouth. And unfortunately, she can't find a dick to put in her mouth. That pretty sucks. So, yeah, that's not the ending that I want. So where do I find the ending? I have to feed some kind of like a slider from YouTube Rewind that I feel strongly about. I mean, I made a poem. That's cool. And I probably won't be able to sing it properly, but this is kind of like the coolest moment. No, Jackson's getting kicked in the fucking face. I like that one. And his meme goes against him. But it's good. It's good. Light switch. Let's switch from YouTubers to celebrities that still kind of, you know, roam around YouTube because they need platforms to survive. And some people might actually fall down onto YouTube because maybe it's a good place, good position to grow for an artist, not to just pretend that they're above everyone else. Because that's what you have to do as an artist, to pretend you're much better than a regular person. That's the only way you're going to get praised. This is why people hate me. People can't subscribe to me because I don't sit on top of your fucking head all the time and pretend that I'm like the most cleanest, the best projection of a human being that you want to be one day. You know, I can't do that for you because that's a lot of effort. And we're forgetting one thing, you know, it's all fake. And a fake for a reason. Because it's a lot of effort to constantly fake that shit. And pump out music videos in your face. So, I'm not even gonna try. Like, it's just a suicide to try and keep up with these people. But at least I can appreciate their existence. And yeah, you can work through scams. You can twist them around, but you have to have very good senses. And internet is going to remain a dangerous place for most people, no matter how hard we try for it not to be, because it will continue mattering a lot more and more, and there's a lot more things to find and interact with. You know, I'm trying to do that race of like, I'll figure out as many things as possible across the internet. I'll figure out how they work and just deliver people the information they need to stay sane. So there's still a reason to subscribe to me, because I don't think anyone else is going to explain that shit to you. Most people that I saw that sort of do a similar content, they're not here anymore. Stefan Molyneux just got kicked out of the platform. Actualize.org just kind of disappeared for 5 months now. I'm like, I mean, Alex Jones got kicked in the balls so hard that it showed trillion points of damage. It's like, what the fuck? And Alex Jones is not even a good influence. It's a good place to find people like that. You know, Alex Jones kind of gravitates a lot of like interesting people to himself. And now Eric Dubay is like, well, you're cool, dude. You're cool, but you're constantly like wiggling around in between of like good and evil, questioning things too much and not actually deciding on what the fucking thing should be. Which is weird. You know, it's like he figured out that the earth is flat, but he didn't figure out whether it's good or not that the earth is flat. He can't fucking figure that out. He figured out that he doesn't like government, but he keeps on, you know, pumping those secret society videos, and I'm like, just, oh my god. You're never gonna find a secret society. You're just gonna hear rumors. And I don't think you want to fucking eat rumors that much. So I can't really trust most of the people, but like, if you're active, if you're doing something, if you're expressing some sort of concern for something and trying to find solutions, like, I will praise the shit out of you. So and I will follow you. I don't care. You have 2-hour videos. It doesn't matter. I will find time for you, because a lot of people fall down and hurt themselves and they lose reputation very quickly. And I will find time for 2-hour videos. No big deal. Because you might be just the only one talking about it. And which is very scary, but this is what internet allows you to feel, like you're surrounded by people and you feel like anyone can do what I'm doing, but they're not doing it. And it sucks. And that's why you have to take initiative, and whatever you feel like, maybe those feelings are unique and you have to express them. And that's a good ending now. So, bye-bye.